Got his booties.
Hey.
Let's go. Tide is pretty low, super low, about a foot. Swells. Let's head on in.
I don't know if you heard in the beginning, but my buddy of mine actually forgot his booties and he is swimming out here with no booties on with the fins. So he's really freezing out here, but overall conditions were pretty good. About a foot of swell and about 10 to 15 foot fizz, I would say. Yeah, I revisited this spot, though it's a very popular spot to dive, but I did see a bunch during the day in some holes. I was hoping they would be coming out and coming out of their holes, but if you can see here, most of them still maintained their position in the holes, so it was still not as abundant as I thought it would be, but nevertheless, still pretty good, you'll see here. So this is my first dive after about maybe 30 seconds in the water, so I was really hopeful. So I saw this guy, went for it, grabbed him, pulled him to the top, but once I pulled it to the top I realized, yeah, way too small. So I think I like do a half measurement, pretty much don't even bother measuring and let this guy go. On this drop, I'm actually diving toward a lobster cage. It looks like a commercial cage. Obviously, it goes without saying, don't mess with cages, be respectful with the other fishermen. But I did notice that there are a bunch of lobsters surrounding this cage. So I went down, looked for maybe there's some stragglers around it. I actually noticed this guy right here, right next to the cage, and I go for it, grab it, ends up being too short. I do let him go, but one pro tip that I use when you're out night diving, you can't see structure that's coming out of the water. I use the buoys to kind of give me general indicators of where structure might be. If you watched my last video, I did mention about watching out for moray eels when you're out lobster diving, poking your hands in holes. This is an exact reason. See you guys right here. So you see that shaking motion that eel does? I don't know what that is exactly. I've done some research and it seems like they might be doing that for smell, but from what I experienced, it seems like it's a territorial thing or kind of back off. I did notice that there were two eels next to each other sharing a hole, but that sudden jolt of a movement really freaked me out, so I backed off a little bit. But yeah, so be careful. Some more eels, plenty of them in this spot. The lobster always look bigger in the water. I think that's what everyone says, but look at this guy right here. Looks like a nice size. Go ahead and grab him. As I grabbed him, I knew this guy's way too short, so just let him go.
Oh, wow! Bro! Oh my! Are you able to hold it? Dude! Can you hold it up? Out of the water? I'll shine the light for you. Dude! That's a nice one! Whoa, wow. Yeah, I don't think we need to. And just for fun, let's measure. Yeah!
Obviously, very, very stoked for my buddy here. That is definitely the personal best for him. Really, really nice sized lobster. And you see here that it's hard to see, but I'm helping stretch his net so he can fit that lobster inside that bag. And that's a wrap. Beautiful, nice sized lobster. I can tell you that was the only keeper for the night, but here's some fun footage of this guy right here. I'm trying to creep up on this lobster here. He sees the light, gets spooked. He actually runs right into my chest and I grab him. And as I'm about to go up, I see another guy that might be legal. So I line up, he runs into my chest, try to grab him, and I see him running away. You can see in the distance there, in that light beam. So I run toward him, there he goes, jolting off. I'm trying to chase after him, go for the grab, escapes again, and he's pinned against this rock. It's hard to see right now because there's no light, but actually I do eventually grab him, go to the surface, call out for my dive buddy, and he helps me measure these guys. So here's the first one, and just short, just short. Let this guy go. Yep, second one, and just short, just short. And I just want to measure with mine just in case. And no matter how many times you measure, it doesn't get any longer. So let this guy go too. There's a hole of a bunch of lobster just covering this cave. I mean, you notice that I'm not really going for any of them because they're all, just visually speaking, I can tell that they're all going to be short. There are some potential legal ones way in the back, but there is no way I'm going to get back there. So just looking around, here's my dive buddy. But that's a wrap. A great night to end with this nice lobster my dive buddy caught. Super happy for him. This guy freezing his feet off with no booties, but overall a great dive. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll close you out with this. Look at that. Let's do a little size comparison.
Like and subscribe, guys. Bam!
Oh yeah. That's a nice one. Check that out. Hey, put your feet next to there. This guy wore no booties. Paid off, huh? No booties.
Paid off so well.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man.
Woo. Smile.
Let's get a beer, celebrate.